बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
धन्यवाद। माननीय सदस्य श्री देवाशीष सामंतराय, आपकी मैडम स्पीच है।
Jai Jagannath. First, I want to thank my leader, Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, for sending me to this august house to be among such stalwart politicians, such great leaders. And I thank the chair for my first maiden speech. I stand here to discuss on the budget. Obviously, from the party stand of view, I am not in support of this budget for various reasons. Neither in the presidential address nor in the finance minister when she presented the budget, the regional aspirations of this country were completely neglected. It was nowhere shown this country's federal structure of democracy. Where do the regional entities, where do the regional states stand? I'll restrict myself to Orissa, but this mandate of this Modi 3 government, I think probably the ruling party is not reading it correctly. If you see, the Lok Sabha has 204 members from the regional parties. It's a big chunk, and it only goes to show that regional parties play a very important role. If this government can't read the writing on the wall, and they all tom-tommed about a Modi 3 government, but that's not reality, a single-party government. If the regional aspirations are not addressed to, I am sure the message is clear. This government will be out very soon. The betrayal of Odisha. I'm sure all the members, even the BJP members, will appreciate this. Look at the betrayal of Odisha by this government. They got 20 MPs, 20 MPs. For 20 MPs from Odisha, today Modi is sitting in that number three as Prime Minister. If 20 would have been reduced by 10 to 12, where would have they been? They got a mandate, but zero for Odisha. In no field. Some pittance they gave in tourism. When a state believed in a change, believed that probably they will do better than Naveen Patnaik. Naveen Patnaik is tenured as the Chief Minister for 5 terms. He left the state with a surplus of 46,000 crores. It was not a bankrupt. It was not as bankrupt as Andhra was. In spite of that, in spite of our fiscal management, repeatedly we have been neglected. Even during our 5-term, I don't know how many times they came running to Naveen Patnaik's knees for their government's sake. We supported them. They forgot. Just to win an election, such wrong narratives, such unparliamentary aspersions on a leader like Naveen Patnaik about his health. What standard has the Indian politics gone to? Okay, you have won. We accept the verdict. But then what have you done for Orissa? Is there a revision of the coal royalty, which you have been seeking for so long? Where is the highways? If you go to the state, Not a single national highway you can travel on. But with pride, I say, look at our state highways. Look at the Biju Expressway. It's an example in this country. All the state roads. I don't know why this regional imbalance. Eastern India, neglect of Bengal, neglect of Orissa, neglect of Chhattisgarh, neglect of Jharkhand. Bihar now, ठीक है, पलट देंगे बिहार नहीं तो आपको, तो बिहार को अभी मस्का लगाओ. So this aspect, what kind of a budget is this? This budget is just like appeasing two states. The state of Orissa under Navin Patnaik, from the bottom level of poverty, has come to the top. It has health security in the state. Under him, the food production went to surplus from minus, and the state sends food grains when the biggest national disaster happened in '99. The state was devastated. People were sending from clothes to ration to Odisha because it was so badly destroyed by the super cyclone. In the next 20-25 years, when other states faced the COVID disaster, they needed oxygen. When we were getting old clothes for help from others, we sent oxygen to many states. This is how he had managed. And yet, no mention of Odisha anywhere. Our telecommunications, floods, telecommunication network is okay. We need it to reach where we have a 22% tribal population, remote areas, and we do have the left-wing extremism to tackle with. We have been asking the central government, after highways, railway connectivity, telecommunications has to reach every nook and corner of the state. Banks need to be opened up everywhere in Odisha, which repeatedly it's falling on deaf ears. When it comes to floods, national disasters, I think no other state has so many disasters like Odisha has naturally. We have never been given adequate support by the center. And when central government offered something meager, Navin Babu could tell them in the face, the state has its own resources, we don't need your pittance. Where is you gave money to flood mitigation to 6 states. I won't name, they deserve it. What did they give to Orissa? When it comes to Polavaram, we see the Polavaram project is being funded by the center. What happens if it comes? Koraput will be submerged in water. It's a river which originates from Orissa. No discussions with us. No discussions about Mahanadi with us. Chhattisgarh has an engine. Center has an engine. Odisha has a 3, not double, triple engine government. Still it's not working. I don't think there is any such thing as engine. Probably these engines are redundant from the British era, which run in Darjeeling or in Mussoorie and all. So this Bande Bharat is not this government, which they call a double engine, triple engine. Major minerals are in Orissa. Iron ore, coal, bauxite, manganese, chrome. If coal doesn't go from Odisha to other states, I think 50% of this country will have no electricity. The whole country won't be able to produce iron without iron or steel. without bauxite, aluminium. There is Jharkhand, there is Bihar, there is Bengal and Orissa, which contribute, I think, major source of minerals of this country, go for industrialization to all the states, all over. And what do we get in return? The royalty revision. Repeatedly we have been asking. Of course, I thank Supreme Court today. They have passed a monumental judgment saying that the states can levy their own taxes on minerals. And that was Mr. Naveen Patnaik's demand to the center, which has been unheard, which was never considered. But today, we thank the Supreme Court for giving the states this right to levy taxes on their minerals, properties of the state where minerals are found. We are contributing to the national exchequer in so many various ways. It is on Orissa's revenue on major minerals that the center receives crores and crores of rupees. But what do they give to Orissa? Look at the revenue of railways. Evacuation of minerals from Orissa earns a whooping amount of money for the railways. And what do they give us? What is there in this budget itself? And our railways minister should be grateful to BJD because he has come here to this house because of BJD. And where is Orissa? It is unheard of. On Kendu leaf, you have 18% GST. What is this? Can somebody put some sense? Kendu leaf is collected 100% by hard labor. You have 1% on diamond, 3% on gold, and diamond वाले भाग गए क्या एंटीगो में? उनको पकड़ के नहीं ला पा रहे हो. और इधर इंश्योरेंस में 18%, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस में 18%, मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस में 18%. क्या हो रहा है? लूटा जा रहा है ये देश को. And absolutely insensitive, irresponsible. This is not democracy. This is autocratic. We are a federal democracy where states need to be heard. We contribute. Not that we are asking for, we are not begging. Give us our rights. And what we get in return, after you get a mandate, zero. Zero to Orissa. This government just talks about double engine, triple engine. I don't know, they have all redundant engines. I don't know if they understand. They were like Second World War engines or something. And it's sad that, today, in this house, the opposition is more than the ruling. You don't allow the opposition to talk. Let the president's election come, then you will see. It's not far away. So, through the chair, I want to request, it's not only my view, there are so many regional parties here. We know our neglect. Look at Bengal. They don't exist.
Totally deprived.
They don't exist as a state. Maharashtra, which gives the highest tax revenues to the country. Only Gujarat. Only Gujarat. I met some people, from Uttar Pradesh. They said Uttar Pradesh is taken over by Gujaratis. Ajodhya ke contract Gujaratis. Banaras mein Gujaratis. Ayodhya mein. So, somebody has to correct this system. People are, I'm sure, after this mandate, where I think Modi's government is just managed, the writing is very clear. If they don't mend their ways, they will definitely be thrown out in the next election.
Please conclude, Honorable Member. Your time is over.
I would conclude that the regional aspirations should be addressed. There is time, there is chance, even a friend from AAP spoke about. Please, go back to your tables. Take this country as a whole. Take this democracy. Don't behave like rightists. There is always a left, a center, and a right in a democracy. We are not only rights here. So therefore, before I conclude, I don't support this budget, and I request with humility that this government will realize the regional aspirations of this country. Thank you.
माननीय सदस्य